Welcome to part 35 of the Kicho Wong Dong series. In this episode, we're going to be looking at a technique called the 360 outside to inside kick. I knew this technique as Punto Cha Ki, like a little nickname, but the full title in Korean would be Idan Duitalio Pekeso Anro Cha Ki. For this technique, you'll obviously need to know an outside to inside kick. You'll have to be familiar with two-step jumping kicks, so watch a tutorial on the jump snap kick and the jump roundhouse. You could also do a jumping outside to inside kick, that would help. And you need to be comfortable with a spinning inside to outside kick. So you need those three kicks down before even attempting this kick. In our dojang, we teach this kick at green belt and no belt before because it is very tricky. So to warm up, best way is to start lifting your knees in circular motions. These will be the motions you'll be doing with your knees. So an in to out knee, an out to in knee, and then a spinning in to out knee. You may then want to do a little pixie jump where you do not kick out, you just jump over, and we're trying to get a smooth motion, not a jerky motion. And then do a couple of out to ins, a couple of jump out to ins like I spoke about earlier, and then some spinning in to outs. Once you've got these three kicks in your head, all you've got to do is put those three kicks together. So the basic drill for this kick is you look at your target. Your front leg will be kicking now, like a two-step jump snap kick, and you will then spin over your shoulder like a spinning in to out. You will lock onto the target and you do not lift your back knee until you can see that target. You then lift up that knee and rotate it as quick as you can, as if you were doing a spinning in to out, but you don't kick out. You instead let the front leg kick and do the out to in. So your body turns like a corkscrew. Head turns, back knee lifts, and then you execute the kick. There are a bunch of ways you can do this on a pad with a partner in line work, but the main thing is lock onto a target and keep your body upright, keep your arms in. You can do this on the spot, you can do this in line work. What I find helps is if you do an out to in first, so you get an idea of the motion. So you go out to in, turn that foot as you land, and then start to spin and bring the knee up and kick with the same leg. And then the good thing about this is if you were doing line work, for example, you'd be on the other side. Some common mistakes that I see are people not turning their body in that corkscrew motion. So they're lifting their knee up too early, they can't see the target, and then they can't turn the full 360 degrees. So make sure when you're doing this kick to turn your head fully, keep your body spinning. Think of it as your upper body's working faster than your lower body, and then bring the knee either pointing towards the target or rotating a little bit further than the target before you throw the kick. Common mistake number 2 is not lifting the knees high enough. This is something I've been saying a lot with the basics, is to get that knee up as high as possible. You need to point both knees up as high as possible and then kick out. Far too often people are worried too much about the kick itself and don't lift that back knee up very high. Therefore, they find the kick very difficult. If you drive the first knee up, then the kick will be easier, but both knees need to lift. You cannot do this kick with a straight leg. The third common mistake is people not landing correctly and doing an extra spin after they kick and not focusing on the target. So they do the kick, but then they do a little spin afterwards. And what I say to this is, think of the gymnast who does the great jump, but then has to land correctly in order to get the points. So make sure after you've kicked, you're still looking at the target. A good way to test this is to put another technique on the end of it. So for example, let's say a spinning back kick or a spinning into out or a spinning hook kick, even as something easy as a twist punch can help you to keep focus. Once you feel like you have the kick down, it's always important to test it. One of my favorite drills for doing this is the belt game. You could do this with a staff, but I found it safer to do it with a belt. You and your partner hold on to a belt, or if you don't have a partner, attach it to something, and then you simply look at your tie and jump over as we were doing in the warm-up. And then your partner goes, you go a couple of times one side, a couple of times on the other. When you're feeling confident, you can start to extend the leg, and if you want to really challenge yourself, you can each hold a paddle and kick towards that paddle and try and connect with it. And I find this drill really helps to hammer home the driving the knees up. The next drill is staying on the line. So earlier I talked about doing the out to in first. You do the out to in kick and then you kick again with the same leg, doing the 360, and you can go up and down the line with a partner holding a pad or a paddle. It just helps you to focus and stay on the line and not wobbling side to side as you do the kick. And the third one of my favorites, is the height game. This will really test your kick to see whether you're driving both knees up and you're really going for it to test yourself. Partner starts holding the target very low. Each time they hold it up a little bit higher, and you just see how high you can kick without making a mistake. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial on the 360 outside to inside, the Punto Cha Ki. Again, these kicks are getting very difficult now, so please do not attempt them unless you're the required belt or you've seen all my other tutorials on the relevant kicks. Please leave a comment below if you're enjoying it, and we will see you again next month. Thank you very much. Thanks.